Greetings from the middle of the map. This is Renee Benson at AV Renee KC, home today in Kansas City. You are watching and listening to the AV Life.
Hi, this is Brandy Johnson here. I'm also coming kind of from the middle of the map, Ohio. And you're watching the AV Life.
Hey, this is Nancy Blanchard here in sunny San Jose, California on the Pacific Coast. And you are listening to and watching the AV Life.
And I'm your host, Tim Van Wert, coming at you from the East Coast and a chilly, sunny day here in New Jersey. And you are watching and listening to the AV Life. All right, folks, we're back. I got more of the crew here. It's funny.
Yay.
I don't have Murphy this time.
No.
But the rest of the crew is here. And we do have a guest here with us as well. And we are recording on we're actually in the middle of the day on a Friday here. So it's a little bit different.
Nice.
Schedule's got a little wonky for myself this last week, but we're settling in. So first, let me bring in a repeat guest of ours, Steve Borho. Steve, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, Tim. I'm doing well. And, I'm not in the middle of the map. I'm in the Great White North. There we go.
Hey, it's great. We got all points covered. So, I'm glad to have it. I do have a special guest with me in my office. His name is Marty, and he's currently just hanging out behind my chair. So if any barking or anything happens, it's my fault. So I apologize in advance. But as always, pets and kids are always welcome on the AV Life.
Always.
So we're here, and part of the excitement recently, and as you all are listening to this on Monday, it's very fresh in the higher ed space that Instructure, the parent company of Canvas, was attacked by a cyber attack over the last week. There was actually two different instances. They managed to block off the first one, but the second one got through. So we were all kind of scrambling to manage with what we need to do. We are in finals time here at Rutgers, here in New Jersey. So this group, and I'm not even going to mention them by name because they don't deserve the recognition to be heard like that.
No.
So they knew when to attack, and they were successful with what they were doing, and they shut us down right in finals, along with a bunch of other universities, and also K through 12, which I was not aware of how deep the Canvas portfolio went. So something to the tune of 9,000 different accounts. And that's the best way I'm going to explain it, because that includes higher ed and K-12. And some hundreds of millions of users. It was a big attack. But as of this recording, Instructure has done their part, and they've reestablished the connections for everybody. They've gotten access back, and but Rutgers, we're doing our part to doubly secure because that's partly the student data, that's grades, that's so there's a lot of important information there. So we're doing our part to block that off. So it's a little wild how something like that really impacted us. So it's how reliant we've become on our LMSs.
I just wonder, the amount of brain power and the time that is spent to figure out how to do this, if they actually use their mind for something good.
I always wonder that. These people that do have so many.
What could they do? Right? Yeah. What could they do if they actually use their minds for something good instead of bad? And how about just get a job to get money and not try and scam people?
Right.
Well, I agree with that, Brandy. When we get all kinds of phone calls constantly, phishing phone calls and whatnot. When my wife gets one, she engages with the person on the phone, try to find out what they're up to, and then says something like, you know, is your mother proud of what you do for work?
The motherly
Perfect.
guilt.
The mother
I love it.
card. The mother card.
Yeah, because really they know that what they're doing is trying to steal money from people. So, you know, is that really what you want to do for a living?
I'm sure there's plenty of companies that would. There are plenty of companies that would pay good money to do the things they're doing, but do it legally.
Right.
You know, like to build those security systems and to build those, you know, those systems and to have them in place. You know, so
It's crazy.
It's just really sad.
yeah,
It's very sad.
so.
But the good news is that it's back up.
Yeah, perfect.
So only a couple of days of interruption to cause education folks consternation, and how are we going to get this stuff rescheduled when there's so little time left in the schedule at the end of the season like this.
Yeah, it is going to be interesting to see like what the plan is. Now, I mean, luckily it is a Friday, and most exams got through yesterday before everything shut down. So
Good.
I think there were some stragglers, like some of the night classes I think got impacted, but there weren't many from what I saw on the schedule. So, you know, from our standpoint, hopefully it got taken care of pretty quickly. But yeah, rescheduling a Friday shouldn't be too bad. So we'll have to see.
So though, what's happening with exams? Because I mean, I was reading on Twitter, like some of the schools were saying, listen, you have the guides, you know, exams are still on tomorrow morning and that.
Well, yeah, no, we postponed all exams for today. So I'm waiting on further like decisions on what that's going to look like. So that's kind of where we're at. We're just kind of waiting. I believe we still have next Friday. So I think that was like a buffer day, as it were. I think we only go Friday to Thursday. So it may just be as easy as flipping everything over to Friday, to the next Friday. So hopefully I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
That'll have your deferred exam people super busy, because students with travel arrangements to go home and whatnot, if their exams are pushed back a day, you're going to have all kinds of deferred requests, and they're going to go through, right? Because it's not the student's fault. And
yeah,
that
changes Res Life. That changes everything for them, because they were anticipating move outs and stuff like that. So yeah, as a whatchamacallit, what do they call those? Oh geez, wow, totally drawn a blank on what the kids are called that work for Res Life.
The residence dons, or the
RAs.
Thank you. That was I don't know why that just escaped me. I just couldn't get to the RA. You know, it's the same for them. Like they're planning to go home, but you know, maybe they have to stay an extra day or so. Now I'm sure there's something in their contract that they get some buffer time. You know, they probably get like the day after to help move out, but those kids that have flights and, you know, all sorts of travel arrangements and stuff like that that changes.
It would surprise me if the residence advisors are moving out the same day as all the students, because they're going to be busy that day working. How are they supposed to work and move out at the same time?
Right. Yeah. Right. I think they get to go in, or I know they start earlier because there's usually training and stuff like that during the end of the summer. And then I'm sure there's, hey,
we must have a visitor.
I'm going to do it myself. Mr. Joe.
Hey.
Mr.
Hi, there he is.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah.
You need to stop losing weight, man. We're not going to be able to see him next time.
He's back.
That's the point. That's exactly the point. Are you already recording?
We are. You jumped in live.
And
so.
I just made my cameo. Okay, good. Then I can leave now. I did my job.
We were just kind of getting towards the tail end of just catching folks up on the Canvas outage that was impacting 5,000 different universities and about 9,000 different institutions when you include K through 12. So it's we were talking about the rippling effects of like res life and travel plans and stuff like that. Like if exams need to get rescheduled, and so.
Don't you just love that the name of the hack is the Shiny Hackers?
See, now you done and ruined it.
You ruined it. He didn't say the name. He wasn't going to give them the
I wasn't giving them credit.
No publicity to the bad guys.
No publicity to the hackers.
Well, too bad. See,
It's already happened.
I get it's like in the first line if you Google it. Like it's not.
No, that's true. No, it's no secret who they are. So so it's. Yeah, it's fine.
Well, it has to be now.
Well, now it is. Yeah. So yeah, they had their attack. It is an interesting name. I will, for what they did.
Yeah.
What is it called? Shiny.
The Shiny Hackers.
Shiny Hackers.
So.
Yeah.
So, well, Joe, how have you been doing, sir? We've missed you over the last couple of weeks.
I've been busy traveling. It's good to be back for at least
Oh yeah, you were over in Japan.
Yeah.
Japan, Dubai.
He's everywhere.
Yeah.
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 It's a complete circle around the earth. So I have firsthand knowledge to know that the earth is not flat. Okay.
Really good.
You heard it from Joe Way, folks.
All the way around. Didn't go over the top, went all the way around.
All the way around.
And it took less than 80 days.
It took less than 80 days. It felt like it took 80 days, though.
Very cool. Oh yeah, and you did a lot of golfing. I saw too. You had you had a bunch of courses.
5 courses in 3 days, or 5 courses in 5 days in 3 countries. It was wonderful.
That's
Did
awesome.
Erin keep you behaved?
Well, I don't stay behaved.
Well, I know she was supposed to
Japan was pretty low key. Like we were all
Really?
pretty behaved, actually, for that part. Then the part that became my PTO, that was a whole different.
Oh.
He was over there. He was over there in the close to where the bad stuff is happening.
I was just miles away.
And you would have never known from what you were saying.
Wouldn't even know.
That's crazy that you're that close.
Crazy.
Didn't know, but.
Yeah, what was the general like vibe over that way, Joe? Like, did you experience any like negativity to you being there as an American or anything like that?
Oh, no, they love us there. Absolutely love. Like you get treated like royalty. Absolutely. No, everyone's they ask more questions about how things are and blah blah blah, and everything you see on the news is true, and they absolutely love us. So
all right.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
That's cool. That's that's encouraging. That makes me feel better to hear that sort of stuff. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
We do tend to, based on what they're saying, like with like the World Cup, that like folks aren't coming here to the United States because of sentiments and stuff like that. Also I know ticket prices are ridiculously expensive. Like
International sales are down.
Well,
they're not one to buy from US.
Yeah. So, and like no one's staying in hotels in the areas. So like the hotels are down for where they are and things like that. So
I had read that it's just different. Not a lot of people are into the sport versus hockey or baseball or other things.
Well, soccer is one of the ones that we struggle with as a country. Like that's just in general. Like, it's been getting better, but we're nowhere near like what some of the European and like South American countries are. Like we're just, we really are slacking in soccer. So,
Well, I know we're racing and basketball and baseball and that are really big.
Right.
That's right. There's a lot of other sports that compete with the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what happens because we're expecting like 650,000 people to come into Kansas City during the World Cup, which I don't know where these people are going because we don't have that much space, but we've got areas blocked off for, I can't remember which country. There's 4 countries and they will basically live and train and practice and do all that in their the area.
Mhm.
There's a couple of them in parts of town that I'm like, oh, they're putting them where? So supposedly they're.
I saw something on, let's say it was Yahoo Sports or something, just yesterday or day before, that said, which is weird. People saying, well, people aren't coming, but I guess there's 7 million tickets available throughout the course of the whole thing, but they got over 500 million ticket requests. So you can't say that people aren't interested and aren't coming if they literally have, 100 times the requests than tickets available.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I mean, I know people that have like VRBOs. Like one of my buddies, he hurried up and bought a house and he has rental properties, but he bought it and flipped it and cleaned it up and made it real nice. And I want to say he's getting $5,400 a week.
Wow.
And that's like a VRBO that brings in like 150 a night, so he's like, I'm good. I'm good for him.
Well,
but
yeah.
Well,
here in New Jersey, I've heard similar stories, like people that are like just renting their houses out and going to stay in a hotel for, a month. Because we've got the finals along with some group stage games. So, like we're anticipating a big crowd. Plus we have here in New Jersey, Brazil, Morocco, Senegal, and Haiti are all training here and preparing here for their games. So.
Well, I mean, even if it's low, I mean, I feel like even if the amount isn't what they originally anticipated, it's still going to be way larger than what Kansas City has ever had before.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get Super Bowls and World Series. We don't get those kind of events in my neck of the woods. So it'll be interesting to see. But I know we have Argentina, we have Ecuador. I'll have to look up and see who else we have.
Mm-hmm.
Algeria or something. I'll have to look it up.
So we have so it's gonna be interesting, and I mean I'm looking forward to it just in general because we're a soccer household here. We're also Steelers fans. Don't get me wrong, like we're
Steelers.
But, yep.
We don't hold it against him.
Yeah, and well, actually that's funny. I am actually wearing the hat right now too. Yeah, and you got your KC. So there you go.
I always have it right here.
Yep. But like my wife played, I played, my son plays, so like we're a soccer household.
Yeah.
So like,
that's how my daughter is. She's a big soccer fan, and so is her husband. And she would have loved to get tickets to the World Cup here in Toronto when there's games here, but the ticket scalping was just out of control. So the pricing is the price is already expensive, but then the resale price was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm waiting to see.
The prep here in Toronto is really talking about how are they going to move people around the city, because anybody who's had the joy of trying to get into downtown Toronto, even on a regular work day, the traffic is awful.
Right.
Like it's 40 miles for me to get to downtown Toronto, and if you can do it in less than 2 hours, you're doing really well.
Wow.
So, one thing they say, and this is also true, I remember the 84 Olympics, and they say this, though, when there's really big events in cities, people are so afraid, it's like, oh, I don't know how we're going to get everyone around. It's already busy. But so people stay home, and so therefore the freeways are empty because everyone's all freaked out that they can't do anything. So they want people out of watch one of the event. That happens every time we have the Super Bowl here or something. And we're like, oh my God, it's going to be packed. No, you can fly through everywhere.
Nobody goes anywhere.
That's what I'm curious. But
and they're encouraging everybody here in New York, New Jersey. Now this must have made national news at some point, because we're dealing with the fact that they're charging extra for the folks that are coming from New York to come into New Jersey or via train, but that's the only way they're allowing folks to come in, or it's got to be by mass transit, or by you got to be dropped off. It's they're not allowing any tailgating. They're not allowed parking is $300 at the neighboring.
Lord.
Lack of a better term, I'm going to call it the mega mall. So it's from the folks. It's called the American Dream Mall. It's from the folks that did the Great American Mall, or whatever the one is in Minnesota.
Yeah,
So,
great or the
Mall
Great
of America.
Mall of America.
Yeah,
there you
Mall
go.
of
It's from
America.
those people. So
That's the Midwestern area.
yeah. So it's from those people. So they're charging like $250, $300 a spot to park
You know,
there
people
because it's
just like
right
to rip
across.
people off.
Say it again.
People just like to rip people off.
And they're charging, like $150 for a round trip ticket via the train from New York to MetLife Stadium, or excuse me, New York, New Jersey Stadium, because we're not allowed to use the sponsor name during the World Cup because MetLife's not a sponsor of the World Cup. So
what's it normally? 150.
MetLife Stadium.
The ticket cost you said was 150.
$20 at most. Like it's like, yeah. Like this is they're charging it, saying that it's because of the extra security and the extra blah blah blah, and like FIFA's not helping, and it's
and because we can.
Because we can.
And because
people are going to pay for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's special ticketing. They're still honoring like the regular commuter costs. So it doesn't change anything to folks that are regularly trying to make their commute from New York to New Jersey and vice versa. And but yeah, if you were to stay in New York City and want to take the train from New York to New Jersey to go see a game, it's going to cost you $150. So
that's ridiculous.
Why did you just get a message saying, aren't you joining the HETMA Lunch and Learn? Is there a HETMA Lunch and Learn right now?
What time is it? 1:36. Yes.
I did get one too.
Yep. That started at 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. So
I don't have an invite.
You like my HETMA sign?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a HETMA shirt. Which one am I wearing? Oh, Life's a Beach. Yeah.
I got my HETMA sign that BC sent me.
Let me see. You got a
Take it
sign?
to shows. Huh?
Yeah.
Need my light up?
The HETMA approved product.
Oh.
Yep. The approved sign.
Oh yeah, that gets to stay in New Jersey for
That's
me.
beautiful.
Well, I take good care of it for you, Renee, out here. We take good care of it as New Jerseyans.
Must be a Sony Lunch and Learn right now happening, I guess. I don't know. Nobody invited me. I guess I'll check my email. I'll probably be getting something any second.
Is that the one? Which was the one today?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I got a lunch and learn. The HETMA Lunch and Learn, and
So yeah.
Yep.
So
yeah, Sony is right now.
there you go. So you're missing out if you didn't catch that, you're as you're listening to this episode on Monday, that you missed out on the Lunch and Learn on Friday.
You recorded? Like I didn't get an invite.
So don't miss out on other future HETMA Lunch and Learns, and you go join at hetma.org, and you won't miss another Lunch and Learn. Speaking of HETMA, I was gonna say we are fast tracking through to InfoComm here, Joe. You had a great conversation with Dave Labuscus the other day. You just posted that on higheredav.com. So
that was a great one. That was very unlike any of the other ones I've done.
Oh, there you go.
I haven't had a chance to watch it. I've been a little busy. I'm on the go.
Yeah.
So was Dave a little more forthcoming and looser in the tongue since it's his last InfoComm?
It was you'll have to, those who haven't listened, they'll have to listen. He has some interesting things. Again, it was it's the pre-InfoComm show that I do every year, but we just more talked about his legacy in the org. And I won't give it away, but if you haven't listened, he was very open about his initial thoughts on HETMA.
Oh.
And what he actually thought about it. So I'm not going to give it away.
All right.
Have to listen.
Go listen and hear what he says and his thoughts when it was founded.
So head on over and go listen to the Higher Ed AV podcast. And also you could go and find it at higheredav.com and find that out.
Part of the way through it. So I
listen to it on my walk. How's that?
There you go. Oh yeah, I'll be doing some walking. I'll have to listen to it as well. So some dog walking.
Some dog, yeah, the doggy.
If my wife will let me, we'll listen to it when we're on our way to the trailer this afternoon.
There you go.
I'm taking a nap as soon as we get done with this.
With the podcast playing in your ears.
No.
Just osmosis. You're like,
I like that. That was good. No.
No.
I can go to sleep with Murphy in my ears
Yeah.
because she's got that bedtime story voice.
Yeah, Joe doesn't have that voice.
Joe does not have the bedtime story voice. Nightmare voice, maybe.
The serial killer podcast.
Killer voice, maybe. not bedtime story voice.
Yes, Murphy could lull, like in a good way, like she
In a
could
good
lull
way.
you.
Like she's like a lullaby, like the lullaby voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well,
I
yeah.
always say I'm going to take a nap. I lay there and my mind goes.
Yes.
Oh well, that's why you need the podcast in your ears to distract you so that you can fall asleep.
Oh, nothing works. I'm a psychopath.
I had something and I just lost it. Oh. Well, yeah, we're fast. Oh yeah. So keynotes have been dropped for the higher ed education summit. So that was really cool to see those popping up. So yeah, that's still time to register for that. Spots are filling up fast. Since we're talking InfoComm, we'll just stay right there. Hey Joe, what was the did we pass the deadline, or is today the deadline for the higher ed AV awards?
It's technically tomorrow.
Tomorrow, the 9th. All right. Well,
but since people are going to be listening to this one, if you happen to still want to get something in, I can probably squeeze it, but our judges get mad when they get last minute things.
Yeah.
So
don't make the
mine
judges
should
mad.
be in.
So if you didn't get it in already and you're listening to this on Monday, anything outside of Monday, I wouldn't recommend trying to get it in to Joe. So
well, you can. I'm not...
Okay. Oh, you muted. Joe, you muted. I don't even know how you did that.
Yeah, it went.
You started talking and it got wonky and then it muted. It was so weird.
What was weird is my phone did a pop-up that said it switched to the microphone on my phone. And so I clicked disconnect and it was like, okay, that was weird.
Yeah.
Sure.
That was weird.
So what was that? So what was that last part? So yeah, I said don't put them in, but then you were like, oh yeah, go ahead, put them in.
Yes, put them in.
Okay.
But
do it as soon as possible.
Yeah, be nice to our judges, but
yes.
Get them in. That way we can do things in the right way, and so here's the thing. We would like to give people, and this was the feedback we've heard in the past, is, especially the finalists, or if you're up for something, is getting more notice ahead of time. Because sometimes people can actually, like if they find out they're up for something, they can actually get their school to allow them to come, maybe budget and that stuff like that. But it's always been last minute. And so we're trying to get all the judging earlier so that at least that, we can announce the finalists 3 to 4 weeks out, 3 weeks out,
Well, and then plus people want to dress for the occasion.
Yeah.
Well,
They're
yeah.
going to be on stage. Like you want to be ready.
And so that's really the main thing is the feedback that we've heard is people would have really wished they had more advanced knowledge of, that they were a finalist or whatever, or up for something.
Mm.
Yes, I can appreciate that, and I know how getting a travel approval at the last minute is at higher ed places, almost impossible.
But then up to the flip side is a lot of like manufacturers and stuff or projects and things like that. To be honest, a lot of people really don't think about things until it's like the month before. Even if I send stuff out, and it's like all of a sudden the marketing, wait, what are we doing? What's on our list? So some people are doing it way ahead of time, and a lot of them come in less. That's kind of the.
I had my guy on at this time.
We're good. And so that's, again, it's, these are
So you better have submitted it. I haven't followed up.
I was looking at it earlier today. I was looking at all.
Hasn't followed up, but he's my best guy. One of my best guys. So like, I know that he's like.
I would say this: we have a record number of submissions.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
wow.
that's awesome.
That's great.
I want to say this up to, and I know that more are going to come in, but as of right now, 130. Oh my God! It literally just changed right in front of my eyes.
Shut up.
Yeah, I was going to say 135. It just went 136.
Ooh, live updates. It's happening now.
Of which I haven't gone all in detail, but probably that means about a lot of times people like start it and they don't finish it, or it's incomplete. There's nothing we can do about it, or it's this same person nominated multiple times.
Mhm.
So right, different people.
You got to filter them out.
That will probably it'll still end up being around 100 total entries or so, which is
That's awesome.
what
That's
have we
great.
always had, around 60 or so, Tim? I want to
Yeah,
say
it's usually in that ballpark, 60 or 70.
so. Already, this is the biggest one yet.
Yeah,
Nice.
And I know that we'll get more, today and tomorrow, last minute things, and and also, that's exciting. And of course, Tim's not even going to be there for it.
yeah, I know.
I know.
It's for good reason.
All alone,
It is for good reason.
reading off names.
Yeah, you just have to talk to yourself into the audience for 2 hours. So
I feel bad for that audience.
but yeah, we'll be so I'll be thinking about y'all while you're partying and
Partying hard.
celebrating, and I'll be here in New Jersey, not.
Or you'll be celebrating as
partying.
well, just something different.
Yes, exactly. Yes, I'll be celebrating the accomplishments of my son and his classmates. So we're very excited for all of them. So it's all becoming real now, because like they had their talent show, which is like one of their bigger like milestone things before they graduate, and that over the next couple of weeks it's going to be their dance, and they've got one of their big field trips, and so all those
Fun things.
so kind of puts a smile on your face, but also a tear in your eye, so
I'm looking forward to InfoComm because like I don't party at NAB because like it's like because there's pre-NAB and then NAB and I'm there for 8 days. Like
It's a long time. That's a
that's
long time in Vegas.
time in Vegas. So like I don't really like party, but at InfoComm, like I push the boundaries a little. So like, in Vegas, in Orlando, it's easier to dip out and Irish goodbye and and get out of doing things because things are so far apart. People don't expect you to do multiple things.
Yeah.
But you can't help. You have to do multiple things a night at InfoComm in Vegas.
Right. Yeah, Vegas. I've always found that Vegas is more involved.
Yeah.
So, Orlando, we can kind of like walk a little bit. You can walk to most of the things that you need to do. You could do that in Vegas too, but only to an extent. And I don't know. There's just so many more people in Vegas. I feel like it just feels like there's more people in Vegas.
It does. It's more lively. It's more.
Yeah. In Vegas, if you have to walk further than from Harrah's to Caesar's Palace, you're walking too far.
Yeah.
Uber, taxi.
Especially in that dry heat. Although I don't know, I'm in the whole toss up of like humid heat versus dry heat. Like I live in the humid heat, so like I think I'm just used to it. So I think that's why I don't mind Orlando so much.
But even their downpours,
you do get
the 10 minutes.
Yeah, the daily 10-minute shower from in Orlando. So
my son, he's like, I hate Florida. It rains every day. I'm like, for 10 minutes. It's not like Ohio where it rains the whole day.
Or like Seattle where it's just like every day.
We went away to Costa Rica in January, and we spent a few days in the interior in the rainforest. And in the rainforest, it only rains for 10 or 15 minutes, 15 or 20 times a day. It's just constantly rain, stop. It was just crazy. We were ready to go to the beach where we had beautiful weather for the second half of the trip.
Yeah.
But we saw a lot of interesting things in the rainforest. A lot of
I'm sure.
of organized tours, and it was really cool to go to.
I'm a beach girl. Give me a beach.
Very
The
cool.
ocean.
Mhm.
Del Bar Beach. Dog Beach is my favorite beach.
Oh, there you go. I got the beach an hour away from my house at the closest. So it's I'm blessed here in New Jersey. I get the mountains, I get the woods, I get the city, I get the beach. So I got
You
everything.
get winter?
I get winter. Yep. And I get summer, spring, and fall. So he's like, I get a little. Well, spring and fall have been a little suspect as of late.
They're 100% suspect. I mean, it's May and I'm still in sweater.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had this
I should not be in a
Brandy.
sweater in May.
Nope.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful sunny day here, but it's only 55, 58 degrees outside.
I think you might actually
Beautiful
got
sunshine, but
I think you might
not-
actually got
not
us
really
right
hang
now.
out.
We got up to 66, but it's still freezing in my house.
Oh no, excuse me. It's 62 here in New Jersey. So
Oh, there you go. Little
it's
further
dropping to
south.
48 tonight, though.
Mhm.
But I was in Canada, Detroit, Canada.
You're in
whatever,
Windsor.
in the 50s,
Wind. Mhm. Yeah,
in windy. It's bad. It's so cold.
yeah. With that kind of temperature and wind, if it's overcast as well, you need your winter coat on.
So it was so cold yesterday. I had
Yeah.
like a thick sweater on too, and it was
Mhm.
so cold.
I wore my winter coat to go to the office yesterday,
Oof.
and it's really just step into the car and step out of the car, but I still wore my winter coat.
Mhm.
Where's your office, Steve?
While Joe and
Mississauga.
Nancy are in short
Okay.
sleeve t-shirts.
Mississauga, just near the 410 and the 401.
Okay.
For those that are familiar with the area.
Well, I used to live on Churchill, off of Churchill.
Oh yeah. Oh, very nice.
So I lived in Mississauga, Etobicoke,
Yeah,
all the names that Americans butcherize.
for sure.
So let me tell you something funny about my accidental trip to Canada this week.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get back, and the GPS is in kilometers.
Mm.
Took me an extra 20 minutes because I kept turning too early or like missing the turn.
Oh, geez.
Oh my God.
You were out in circles. I'm like, can we get this switched? I can't get out of here. I could not get out of Canada. And then I'm like crossing the border, and like it was so much easier to get in Canada than it was to get out,
Yeah.
I must say.
Yeah.
He's like
Well-
looking through my car and asking me all these questions, and I'm like 15 minutes of like grilling me.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets done and he's like, "You look really nice today." I'm like, "You could have saved all that other crap and just told me that and let me go."
Oh boy.
Yeah. I wonder if there's pressure for border agents to go through all that stuff, even if they know that it's not.
There has to be. I
gonna be
mean, because
needed,
some of the
right? 'Cause they-
questions, I'm like,
like
I was
you-
here overnight.
Like, and they pull you up and they see that you cross the border all the time,
Yeah.
several times a year anyway, and that it's always for work. So like, it's not like you're doing something different than normal. I wonder if there's pressure for them to go through that whole third degree right now because of what's going
Because of
on
what's
with
going on.
immigration.
Well, I
Possible.
I gave him my global entry card. Like usually, like with my global entry, like it's like kind of cake to get in the country, but not coming from Canada.
All right.
Maybe so. There's the news reports here that their driving trips over the border are way down, like down 40%. Maybe they just have too much time on their hands, Brandy.
It could be because there was nobody in line. Like literally, there was like I waited one car.
Wow.
Like there was no line. A lot more people coming into Canada than going out.
Huh.
maybe that was the time of the week, right? You know,
Yeah, maybe.
coming
Yeah.
to the weekend or whatever. Yeah.
Wednesday to Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Hey, Tim, are we going to do an InfoComm a podcast?
Yeah, we'll be doing those. I gotta sit down and figure that part out on my schedule based on what the 3-hour time difference plus like the things I've got going on. So there will be a special edition of the AV Life also for those of us that are not going to InfoComm, because I've got a couple guests already lined up for that. So that'll be happening as well. So that's gonna be a fun little episode. So some folks you have heard from and some folks you haven't heard from. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, we'll be recording. I'll get a couple of sessions of recording live from or as folks are there in InfoComm. Maybe next day kind of recordings. And we do have.
I mean, we could probably do live. No, because if we use Live View.
We'll see. We'll see what we can play around with between now and then and see. Maybe we can get at least one live session. We'll see if the network holds up too for it. So
yeah.
But yeah. So it's gonna be fun. It's just it is a little weird because I'm still getting all my invites from different people being like, "Hey, can't wait to see you at InfoComm," and it's like, yeah,
yeah, FOMO.
Yeah. It's already setting in and it's not even happening yet. Like it's actually the one that kind of got me was Chris Netto yesterday sent me a text message and he was like, "Oh, I got time in the booth for you." And I'm like, yeah, about that.
I just saw him last week.
Yeah, you were doing your little
oh yeah, we did our
karaoke, car AV
right
karaoke.
jamming with B. Yep.
So there you go. Yeah. It's like I saw him kind of like hanging out in the back seat.
Oh, he was scared to death. Scared to death. He's like, that'll wake you up. He's like, all I need to do to wake up is ride in the car with Brandy on my way. Who needs coffee?
Actually, yeah, that would be nice right now. I might need to. I think I left my soda
I have another
upstairs.
sketch to post because from yesterday.
So, yeah. So, and I think that's kind of it here. We like I was kind of telling the crew beforehand. I kind of had one of those weeks and didn't really prep for tonight. This turned out to be a fun episode though, and you know. Joe, I don't even know if I should classify you as a guest or as a crew member because you just kind of dropped in on us here. So
I can be a guest this time because I was late.
You were late, okay.
So
and you did some reporting on like HETMA stuff and higher ed AV stuff. So we'll give you a guest for this week. So it was a good run. You had a good run, Joe.
And I'm volunteer. I'm not actually not being demoted because of something I did. I'm voluntarily.
He's demoting himself.
He's demoted. Yeah. No, I had to do that. I had to pull myself off the softball field on Wednesday. So when you're the manager and you're a player, it's I had thrown out my elbow during a relay from center field. So so I was like, I'm not any good right now. So I had to pull myself from fielding.
Yeah.
That's one thing I miss. I used to be on a co-ed league and I miss it so much. We used to play every Friday night.
Yeah, we're Wednesday nights. And I need the weather to figure out what it's doing because like we had rain last week. This week the rain held off, but like barely. It's just like, and it was 60 degrees. It was kind of like what it is today. Like, so I don't know.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you didn't have to take yourself off as the manager because of a temper outburst as the player.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, in all of like sport coaching or anything like that, like I've only had 2 F-bombs ever. So, and one of them actually, I wasn't even coaching. I was as a spectator at it was in an 8U state championship game for baseball, and the parents also, because I had been coaching all season long, and I hadn't like done anything like that. I was very level headed, and they were like, "It's going to happen at some point for Tim," and like they were taking bets on like
You're
when it was
spot
going
on.
to happen, and I wasn't even coaching. I was purely a spectator, and it was such a BS call that was made. I was like, and that's when the F-bomb came out. So,
I've been kicked out of a game.
oh, there you go.
Mhm. My poor son.
Mm. Oh, although last season I did get apparently one of the umpires ended up being scared of me after the fact, and I got because I got upset. I didn't curse, but I got upset at the inconsistencies of the calls that were happening, and yeah, the umpire then reported me to the league, and I had to apologize and do all that stuff. And
It's annoying.
Yeah. So was
You
it
know?
was this a 12-year-old umpiring 8-year-olds?
it was like a 14. It was like a 14-year-old that was
14-year-old.
yeah. So and it my frustration also was not at that so much at them, but I was also talking to one of the other coaches as well. So like that was like from the opposite team. So it was, and
It
we
was
were
all this.
losing. It was a frustrating day for everybody. So
I would get so annoyed. My son, he would get fouls called on him when he wasn't even around people. I'm like, what is going on? And it was like a tournament game, right? And it was
yeah.
against like the #1 team in like the state. And
Mhm.
like they kept calling fouls on him. Like he had just gotten in the game, for the love of Pete. And they called a foul on him and they pulled him right back out. I was so mad because like so, and I found out that he was the most defensive player in the league.
Oh,
So they would just assume that he was fouling. And I'm like, you can't assume. Like just because he's super defensive doesn't mean he's like, oh,
right.
so mad. But yeah, I got kicked out. I got a mouth on me. I can't help it. I'm Italian.
Passionate mom. There you go. That's
Passionate mama.
there you go. So yeah. So yeah, Joe A guest this week, and so we'll pick back up. I'm hopefully gonna get settled in on the schedule now that my MBA class is done for now, and then we'll pick up. Well, now that things can go back to normal, I can figure out registering for my next class and getting that back up and going. So we'll get back on a regular schedule here, folks, and we'll keep bringing you the high quality content you come to love and expect from us here at the AV Life, even though it might be a little unhinged some weeks. But Steve, thank you very much for joining us here tonight.
My pleasure.
Today, this afternoon, whatever. Yeah. I'm just used to tonight. So Joe, thank you for hopping in here and taking some time out of your busy schedule now that you're back stateside. And Brandy and Nancy, thank you as always for your support, and thank you to Renee. And she dropped off, and I didn't even say goodbye. So
she probably went to the Lunch and Learn.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what it was. She got pulled in to give Sony some added backup.
Yep.
So. All right, folks. Well, thanks for listening in here on the AV Life. Have a great rest of your week as you kick it off listening to us, hopefully. And as always, until our next adventure.